You guys, Jeff Wittek recently just had another major eye surgery, and David Dobrik is on Snapchat bragging about the most expensive thing that he's bought from Cartier. This is just absolutely wild. David's getting a lot of backlash for this, and Jeff recently just talked about this whole surgery. So we're going to get into the things that people have had to say, what David said, and just how bad this whole situation makes him look. David Dobrik is just making himself look so bad, as if he already didn't look bad from what we already know about how he's handled this entire Jeff Wittek situation. But to get online and post this, well, it just makes him look that much worse. Like, we are all very much aware that David has money and that he spends it on silly things like a fruit punch water fountain in his multi-million-dollar home. And these purchases make it that much more frustrating that he hasn't been able to help out Jeff Wittek with paying for his surgeries. Even though at one point David did get online and say that he was willing to pay for Jeff's surgeries and blamed communication on these unpaid medical bills.
I want to help him. I really truly do. Yeah. And like, he still has my word. Like I told him that I'd pay for his surgeries. He can still, and the reason we haven't been paying for a surgery, I don't know if it's his assistant's fault or Jeff just told him to back off from us, but like, I don't handle that stuff more. I just give approval to spend that, whatever. Right. But like, Natalie has asked multiple times, like, loop us into all these surgeries, and we're just not getting looped into anything. Mm-hmm. And then we're blindsided when he goes to another surgery, and then he'll like come out and be like his most recent surgery, I didn't know that he had a surgery until he unfollowed me on Instagram. And that's because, you know, it's a two-way street. We can be like, when's your next surgery? But also, no one's looping us into what we need to be paying for. And to this day, like, I'm still keeping my word. Like, I want him to send me whatever he needs me to pay for. Like, I will pay for it. But it's just not fair to say that we haven't been paying for it, because we
have paid literally every single bill that has ever been sent.
Every bill and well, as long as he needs it.
From the lawsuit, though, we can clearly see how David and Natalie really feel, and that they have seemingly tried to change the story of Jeff's accident in order to escape some responsibilities, literally being accused of forging Jeff's signature on insurance statements, where it looks like he is claiming that he caused his own accident and was operating the excavator, even though there is literal footage of David being the one to drive the machinery at the time of the accident. And Jeff has said that this was not anything that he said. This was something that Natalie forged his signature on. And the evidence of these documents was made public in October of this year and clearly stated on September 10th, 2020, during the insurance carrier's subsequent investigation. Wittek was asked a series of questions relating to workers' compensation, to which on September 15th, 2020, Wittek, by and through his assistant, Ivan Ruiz, provided the following responses regarding his employment status. Question: as an independent contractor, was there a written contract between Mr. Wittek and David Dobrik LLC? If not, how was the agreement made for this June 25th, 2020 assignment, which led to the injury? Has Mr. Wittek worked for David Dobrik LLC in the past? And the response was, there was no written contract. However, our engagements are never formally documented because we work together so often and frequently and are friends. David called to ask me if I would partake in filming his video and that we would need to fly out to Utah on June 24th, 2020, in which I agreed. I've worked with David frequently in the past for the past year and a half since early 2019. Question: how was Mr. Wittek paid for this assignment, i.e. check, direct deposit, cash? Does he anticipate receiving a W-2 tax form versus a W-9 tax form for the earnings? And Jeff's response was, I was paid via direct deposit and anticipate filing a W-9. The next question was, what was the agreement between Mr. Wittek and David Dobrik LLC on the assignment? Was Mr. Wittek permitted to complete the assignment as he wished, or was he given direction by David Dobrik LLC? And Jeff's apparent response was, David Dobrik LLC was supervising on the production. Myself and David agreed how we were to proceed with the video and executed it as planned. However, when operating the machinery, my grip slipped and I fell into the machinery, injuring my body. Like, to want to go through the trouble of making it sound like Jeff was the one who caused his own accident, you would think that David would be someone who was out of money, couldn't afford to pay for an accident that he caused, but he literally is known online as this money man who gave a fortune to his friend group in exchange for tons of views on his YouTube channel. And it's not like that money pot has run out either, because like I said, he was just recently on Snapchat bragging about having once spent money on this silly item from Cartier that cost him $20,000. And he said he got it 4 years ago, which is literally 4 years ago was this accident. So it's just crazy that he's talking about the fact that he could spend life-changing money or money that Jeff really could have used in his recovery on something so silly and stupid that he literally is laughing about.
I've never showed anybody this because I've just been like, I don't know. This was like the craziest purchase I think I've ever done. I was embarrassed. I bought this 4 years ago for like $20,000. And like the last like year and a half, I'm like, what the was I thinking? Why did I get this? So today I'm going to see how much money I can get for it. Okay, look at this. It's a $20,000 ring, which is so unlike me. I don't think anybody's ever seen me wear this thing. Look at this. It's a Cartier Panther ring, fully covered in diamonds, with emerald eyes. Like, this is the most ridiculous purchase I've ever had. I'm so happy to get rid of it. Like, so I'm gonna. It's so not me. I don't know what it is. I saw it at Cartier and I'm like, I need it. And I like obsessed about it for like a year, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull the trigger. But today, I'm gonna see. I spent with taxes $21,000 on this. This is a car. So I'm gonna see if I can get anywhere near that back. And then also, I was just going through my stuff. I got this as a birthday gift. Now that I'm into watches, I think it's like even crazier. Look at this. Just iced out Cartier. Like, these two things, like, this is crazy. This is cool because it's a gift, so it has meaning. But what the was I thinking?
And we know these neglected payments from David and him going online to show off his fortune really does get to Jeff, because prior to his surgery back in May, Jeff was calling out Snapchat to try and get them to deplatform David because of how effed up he is. Snapchat literally replied to Jeff saying, "Hi, can you please send us a DM so we can try and help?" And he said, his name is David Dobrik and he's traveling the world partying on your dime while I have another surgery next month. At the time, Jeff also talked about getting this surgery done with Tana, saying that it was going to be expensive.
I'm getting a new surgery and it's the Kardashians' doctor and he's gonna kill it.
When is it?
It's expensive as but you know,
this will help the bad eye days or help your vision?
I could end up blind after, but I'm trying to fix it, and I'm a believer in Christ again.
And recently, this past surgery, he had talked about on his own podcast how this one was expensive too, but that this one was hopefully going to be his last one.
I got surgery in 2 weeks. We are doing surgery the 21st, so that's why I'm trying to stack episodes. That's why I'm shooting today, no matter what. I don't care if we got nobody in here. No, but I got the surgery, and usually I spiral. Every time you see me go on Twitter rants, you see me go nuts, and I'm calling people out, I'm cursing. Yeah, and this time, I feel content that this is going to be my last surgery. I don't know what it is. This guy, this doctor, he's very expensive. He's he's the best in the biz. He's incredibly expensive, but he made me feel right at home, and it is close by the surgery, so I'll get to recover at home. They send you a nurse. It's like expensive as, but he feels confident that he could fix me.
After the recent surgery, Jeff posted a series of photos to Instagram with the caption, "Yesterday, Dr. Life Rogers and his team of Avengers did a massive 5-hour surgery to take some metal plates and adjust my eye a few millimeters forward to hopefully fix my double vision. Thanks for all the kind words and support from all of you. I already feel like I can run through a brick wall." Someone commented on this and said, "And at David Dobrik probably still hasn't given you a penny." And Jeff said, "I paid about $90K out of pocket for this one, but it was worth every penny." $90,000, you guys. And that was just one of his so many surgeries over the years since this accident. It's just so messed up. David might have said in that one podcast that he was willing to pay up, but truly, when you look at the court documents, it really just does seem like he is running away from the situation, or at least looking for loopholes in order to avoid the costs of this coming from his own pocket. And the thing is, if David had properly hired his friends as employees for his YouTube channel, then this absolutely would be dealt with through the insurance company and he probably wouldn't need to pay out of pocket. But David viewed his friends getting a following and being featured in his videos as enough compensation that there wasn't a need to make anything official between them or any more professional. And that's all just very clear when you look at the lawsuit and see these statements that they have made. I mean, even in response to Jeff and how they were trying to prove that he was compensated by being in the vlog squad, they said, "Wittek has and continues to enjoy unbridled success in the form of increased engagement and monetization opportunities, as Wittek currently has 3 million subscribers." Like, they are viewing these numbers as enough in order to not pay people or hire them as real employees. I mean, it's just so embarrassing to read all this stuff. I mean, I don't know how people like Casey Neistat can sit there and admit to protecting David and still praising him when this is the situation unfolding in real time right now. It's really just so insane, but as of right now, that's what's been going on, what Jeff had to say about his recent surgery and how David has been posting online. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. The fact that, you know, at one point David did say that he wanted to help Jeff and he wanted to pay, and then this is how he's acting in the insurance paperwork with Natalie. It's so embarrassing. But let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.